Officer Popov ready and reporting for duty. Let's hit our first shift in Tarkov. Oh yeah, that is evidence. There's evidence right there. Gonna have to take this back to the lab, test it for drugs. I do have a warrant to search this warehouse and to seize any contraband. Officer Popov does everything by the book. Ooh, what kind of gun is that? Ooh, an MK-47 upper. That is an illegal firearm here in Tarkov. And Officer Popov will not abide that kind of law breaking. Alright, so we got reports of criminal activity at the gas station nearby. We are going to check it out, see if we can't arrest some baddies. You know, a lot of people don't appreciate the true beauty of Tarkov's industrial areas, but I mean, gorgeous. Look at this foliage. You can't tell me that doesn't just warm your cockles. Gas station's looking pretty quiet. Some would say too quiet, honestly. You know, I think maybe someone called 911 just to, you know, yank our chain a little bit, because I'm seeing a distinct lack of illegal activity over here, but, you know, it's our duty as Tarkov police officers. We got to check it out. I know the guy that runs this gas station. Actually, had to have him arrested because he tried to, you know, bribe a police officer. He didn't want me to pay for my donuts, and I always pay. That's the law. I don't take bribes. You know, I feel like the door to the gas station is ajar, and I don't think it was a moment ago. Could be that those reports of criminal activity were correct. They are. Tarkov PD, let me see your hands. You all saw that. He had a gun. He had a gun, and he did not listen to my commands. I identified myself as a police officer. All right, we're going to search the suspect. Yeah, this man has all kinds of contraband. That is an illegal firearm. Illegal headgear. You cannot have that here in Tarkov. You know, this just looks like a guy trying to play soldier. And, you know, everyone thinks that Tarkov is a joke. That this is okay. You can't just go around, you know, pretending to be a soldier in my city. Carrying around illegal firearms and, well, being a criminal. Not on my watch, buddy. Well, that's a successful apprehension, I think. Another suspect. Tarkov PD, let me see your hands. He is robbing the gas station right now as we speak. Let me see your hands. Tarkov PD. I hope that man had a gun, because I cannot have another one of those on my record. That is for sure. Let's take a look. Look at that. That's a police issue. I'm not saying he deserved it. You know, we don't talk like that. But I am saying that that man was a criminal. He ignored my commands, and he was trying to loot a corpse, desecrate a body. Not on my watch, buddy. That is valuable police evidence, and you will not steal from it. All right. That is 2 successful apprehensions. Both criminals were armed and did not comply with my commands. You know, let's go visit the business owner. I am sure he appreciates us stopping that robbery in progress. Sir, you are safe now. I've taken... Where'd he go? This isn't a gas station. Like, what? You know, I think this place might be at front. I think they're selling drugs out of here. Well, you know, that would explain the criminal activity. You're going to sell drugs in my city. You gotta know what you're getting into. Alright. We'll go back on call, see if we get any more activity that we can search, check out. But for now, let's get back on the beat here in Tarkov. I see we got one person watching, and if you're not a bot, feel free to chat with Officer Popov on the beat in Tarkov here. We've had the successful apprehension of 2 criminals, both armed and dangerous, robbing a nearby gas station / drug den, and back on the beat. This warehouse, a lot of people don't know this. They used to cook meth out of here. And, you know, I don't mind a little bit of entrepreneurship, but, you know, meth, it's not cool, man. You make donuts. I love donuts. You make donuts, that's fine. You make meth in my city, you get busted. You know, Tarkov, everyone thinks it's this lawless place, but no, we have laws, and you can't obey those laws, well, you're not going to have a good time. And that's just all there is to it. A lot of people think the cops in Tarkov are just on the take, you know? And that's just not true. You know, I have never taken a bribe as a police officer here in Tarkov. And I never will. I will not be using the contraband weapon that I apprehended from that suspect because I'm not a criminal. I can't even imagine the paperwork that would be required if I was to use a suspect's weapon. I stick to my sidearm, my police issue. And it served me well, you know. Used to be you could bring your own gun to the force here in Tarkov, but you know, that just caused too many issues, reliability issues. God forbid a firearm should explode in someone's face. All right, we already checked this warehouse. I did see some contraband from here. Again, I do have a warrant. The hell was that noise? I've sworn I heard someone else behind me. Tarkov PD, come out with your hands up. You are interfering with the police investigation. Come out with your hands up or you will be arrested. Well, you know, I haven't had my coffee this morning. Could be that I'm just hearing things. You know, a lot of people ask me, do I get scared being a cop in Tarkov while, you know, while a private war is going on? And I say no, because I have justice on my side. This gentleman just fired on a police officer. Let me see your hands. Tarkov PD, drop the weapon. Well, I don't know what's gotten into people these days, but that's Tarkov now. You know, it used to be a nice neighborhood. We had a shopping mall just down the road. We, you know, when my wife and I moved here, we thought this was the kind of place that you could raise a family. And clearly not. Just a moment. I received an important message here. All right. We need to secure the suspect. Make sure that he does not have hands on that firearm because, quite frankly... Oh, uh-oh. I think this guy is part of a gang, and I think his buddies are not happy that he's been arrested. Oh yeah, they are pissed. That guy is in a lot of trouble. You do not shoot an officer of the law here in Tarkov. Quite frankly, that you know, that steams me a little bit. It's all right. Remain calm and professional. He does not obey commands. We will be forced to use lethal force. It's not something we ever like to do as officers here in Tarkov, but we do what we got to do. Do hear another suspect running. I think I am right in the thick of gang territory right now, and that is a shame because this place used to be, like I said, such a nice place to live. Oh yeah, he's yelling slurs at me. You know, I don't speak the language around here. A lot of people wonder if that causes issues with the locals, and you know, I think there are some things that just transcend language. I think that as a law-abiding citizen, you understand the language of justice. Tarkov PD, let me see some hands. Alright, so we do not have backup right now. This is, well, frankly, it's getting a little scary. You know, when you're a lone cop on the beat, find yourself in gang territory, things can get out of hand real fast. But, you know, you do what you gotta do. You know, if this was a big city like LA, I'd have a police-issued rifle, but This is Tarkov. We don't get a lot of violence here, you know? We can't have cops run around willy-nilly with assault rifles, and we keep it to the sidearm. Okay. I believe this suspect may be down. Sir, let me see some hands. All right. Our other suspect was over here. I really thought I apprehended him, but he may be on the move. You know, you feel bad for these guys. Oh no, he's down. You feel bad for these guys. You want to get them medical attention, but you run from the police. How am I supposed to help? I get that I'm the one that shot you. You know, I'm sure you're scared and never been shot before, but can't get you an ambulance till I secure the area, buddy. That was key to the local house of prostitution. You know, it's sad. So many young men in this city, well, they got keys to that apartment. Got another suspect over here. He is going to be in the building here with me. Tarkov PD, come out with your hands up. It is dark in here. I believe I heard the suspect with a firearm, so we're going to proceed under the assumption that he is armed and dangerous. All right. In this warehouse, they used to bruise doorknobs. And now it's become a real hangout for drug users. Not in my city, that's what I say. Not in my city. Tarkov PD, coming in. Manager's office. You know, the manager of this place used to be a nice guy. He had a couple of kids. Died a few years back. Massive heart attack. Did a lot of meth. Tarkov PD, let me see some hands. You know, kids like to vandalize these buildings. You know, they call it street art. I call it crime. Tarkov PD, step out with your hands up. I am a police officer. I will shoot you. Tarkov PD. Let me see those hands. I know you're in there. This guy thinks he's cute. Wearing a firefighter's helmet. You know, people think firefighters and cops don't get along, but we both serve this city. And I will not have this gentleman making fun of them. Sure, their helmets look stupid. But, hey, we all have our uniform to wear. Suspect is down. Let me secure any firearms he may have. That is even more disgraceful. That is a riot helmet. This guy impersonating an officer. I can't even believe, you know, the nerve of some people. He didn't go to the 2 weeks at the academy to become an actual Tarkov police officer, but here he is, you know, trying to play the part, and that's just low. as an officer, it's my duty to keep my equipment in good order. You already saw, good equipment saves lives. That gentleman, he had a high-powered rifle, shot me, and if it wasn't for my Kevlar, I'd probably be like this guy over here, going to jail. Sometimes it's good to take a moment, get a little perspective. This is a good place for a stakeout. I won't hang out too long because I'm not on the roster today to be on stakeout, but it's all right to stop and smell the crime. So this is where they used to make the doorknobs. That's evidence. You can see this place has fallen into disrepair. A lot of that's evidence. A lot of criminals around here. And evidence. Seems like they may have had a chop shop going after the owner died of his meth overdose. That's a shame. I used to play in this doorknob factory as a kid. Check this, make sure, sometimes they'll inject heroin into these drinks, and, some poor kid could come along and drink that. Seems like it's okay, though. But, definitely don't want some kid ODing on heroin because he thought he had delicious Tarkov to drink. Alcohol is illegal in Tarkov. That is contraband. Always important to stay hydrated on the job. Number one killer of police officers in Tarkov, dehydration. These young guys, they get out here and they think, it's cool to drink energy drinks all day. Energy drinks and cola, and next thing you know, they're in a body bag. It's a shame. I've seen a lot of young officers with a lot of potential. They forget caffeine is also a drug. We are under fire. Let me see your hands. Tarkov PD, let me see your hands. You got all these young men who just fall in with these gangs, and it's a gang initiation. They think it's funny to take pot shots at a cop. Not in my Tarkov, let me tell you. Not in my Tarkov. Tarkov PD, let me see them hands. I'm unsure where this guy is. I hate to let a criminal go, but if he is, I see movement. I hear running. Sometimes you just feel like you You're the only law-abiding citizen left in Tarkov. Drop the weapon! Suspect is down. He was armed. This guy is wearing some serious body armor. This is a cop killer right here, for folks. This is a cop killer. There's no reason to be carrying that weapon and wearing that level of body armor unless you are trying to take police lives. And that's just something I will not abide. Not in my Tarkov. One thing you got to remember as an officer here in Tarkov is you can't clean up every street corner. You know, you have a beat to walk, and let me see some hands. Drop that weapon. It's not complying. Fire a warning shot. Drop the weapon. This guy's got some serious body armor on. I'm hit. Another officer down in the line of duty. You know, some people say you got to choose your battles as a cop. Well, I choose every battle because my city's worth it. We did apprehend some suspects. So, you know, all in a day's work. We'll be on the mend for a little while, but well, that's being a beat cop in Tarkov. Yeah, it looks like well, it's like I got shot a few times. You know, that's what happens when you try and serve justice. Sometimes people, well, frankly, they don't want it. Well, we'll check in with one of our undercovers, and he's infiltrated a local gang, and we'll see what he's got going on. See if we can't bring a little justice to the streets of Tarkov. We got a message. A local citizen turning in some contraband he found. All right, let's check in with that CI. He's infiltrated a group of rogue hunters, poachers. They have been hunting all the bears in Tarkov, and you know, the great Tarkov brown bear is nearly extinct because of people like that. And you once we have enough evidence, we're going to take this whole gang down. So let's see what he's got going on. I suspect the person watching may be a bot, and that's all right. But if you're not, feel free to hit the chat, and you know we can talk about life, what it's like to be a cop on the mean streets of Tarkov. Maybe you want a career in law enforcement in Tarkov. Just Officer Sergei Popov is happy to answer any questions about how he came to, be a cop on the force in Tarkov. So our informant is working the shoreline right now. It's used to be such a nice area. Good place to take your kids, hit the beach. Not the best beaches, but we do all right here in Tarkov. But now, gangs have moved in, taken over. You got poachers hunting all the Tarkov brown bears, and we're here to put a stop to that. People say the PMCs, let them enforce the law. It's a war zone. What are you doing? You shouldn't be out in little no body armor in a war zone. But I say no. I say no. That's not how we play it here in Tarkov. We uphold the law. We serve justice. What's the point if you don't have justice? All right. Our undercover got a tip that there may be some contraband in this house. He's been watching. He's got to be careful not to blow his cover, but gonna try and get in, and that's some contraband right there. See if we can't build this case. They let the guys on the force pick their own undercover names, and with the kids these days, with the gangs, they all got street names. And old drop clamper. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the nicknames. I don't like them. I don't know what they're supposed to mean, but that's why I'm not in the undercover unit. This house appears to have been broken into. Maybe we can apprehend the suspects. Nothing else, just more evidence gathering. Criminal activity in this compound. I suspect the drug trade in this area may be run completely out of this compound. We do have a health resort just up the road, but everything we're seeing on the streets is, well, it's not medical grade, let's put it that way. Someone has definitely been here. It looks like they ransacked the place. Normally we would dispatch a unit to investigate and take a statement, but it appears that this home has not had real occupants for quite some time. Looks like someone's just been squatting here. And We're not going to waste our time. Looks like they tried to get into this safe, but it is locked. Kind of makes you wonder what kind of drugs are in that safe. Not to be too presumptuous, but there's definitely drugs in that safe. Sturdy door. Just checking. You don't have that kind of door, you know. You don't put that kind of door on your home unless you got some serious drug activity going on. These barrels, yeah, those aren't for holding water. You ever seen the show Breaking Bad? Yeah. It's kind of like that. Why do you think they have all these gardens? Let me tell you, they ain't growing daisies. They are not growing daisies. All right. I think they may have gotten word that my undercover was coming in because it looks like they cleared out a lot of the evidence in this area. That might slow down the wheels of justice, but can't run from the law. I'm gonna check this house and try and gather some more evidence. It's a gang call out. You know, other gang members might see him searching around, think he's a cop. I mean, he is, obviously, but they got call outs to identify themselves as gang members. Because the last thing we want to do is compromise the safety of our officer. You know, blow his cover, and next thing you know, he shows up with a Colombian necktie. And if you don't know what that is, you don't want to know. You know, a lot of people think the gangs here in Tarkov are kind of small-time 2-bit gangs, but the reality is they're ruthless. You know, they're as ruthless as any of the cartels. And if they find out that you're a dirty rat, they will make you pay. Get to see some illegal currency. We're going to take this back to the lab, run some tests, see if we can't find drug residue on these notes. Alright, so my undercovers informed me that looks like somebody tipped them off, cleared out most of the evidence here. So we're just gonna have to move on. You know I said that the health resort probably wasn't the source of the drugs here, but we check out every lead here in Tarkov's. You know, all it takes is one doctor who's you know, socialized medicine here in Tarkov. Maybe he thinks he doesn't make enough money. Starts selling pills on the side. And next thing you know, you got a criminal drug empire. That's the thing. You know, ultimately, our undercover is here to bust a gang that hunts the rare Tarkov brown bear, but you know, drugs are where it starts. It's always drugs. These guys, they get hopped up on crocodile, meth, coke, any kind of combat stimulants they can find, and they go out and they you know, they punch these bears to death. Not in my Tarkov. Not in my Tarkov. I have to speed this up a little bit because frankly, I don't know if we're gonna have time to check out that resort. undercover. You know, he's got to meet some contacts pretty soon. And if he does not show up, they will find out he's a cop. Almost certainly. They are a very punctual gang. They seem to, you know, regard punctuality as the opposite of police trait, which is ridiculous. You know, sure, it may take us 20 minutes to get to a crime scene, but usually there's a pretty darn good reason. Punctuality is punctuality is key to these people. This place used to sell tacos. You know, it could have been rude and made it so that you had to be a resort member to buy tacos here, but no, they had it open to the public. You know, anyone could just come on in and grab some tacos, and that's all gone now. You know, it's a damn shame. A lot of people think that Tarkov is this way because of the war, and that's a myth. You know, Tarkov was thriving in the war. It was drugs. You know, drugs really took this place down. And that's a damn shame. And my daughter the other day, she's like, "Daddy, why can't we go get ice cream anymore?" You know, how do you tell a kid that the ice cream vendor's addicted to smack, you know? Just like that, I guess. That's what I told her. I was like, well, you know, your old pal, the ice cream vendor, you know, smokes crack. Smokes crack. You know, I shouldn't have to tell my daughter that. I shouldn't have to worry that her ice creams are laced with meth, you know? That's just that thought shouldn't even cross anyone's mind that their kid might be eating meth ice cream. All right. I think we've collected enough evidence here for a warrant. We are going to have to get out of here before our undercover is late for that meeting, because like I said, punctuality is key to these gangs. And if you can't be on time, you can't be alive. That's their motto. It's just a shame that such a beautiful area is so rife with criminal activity. It really is. That's why we're here. That's why we're police. We remember the real Tarkov. Tarkov that was a good place to raise a family, and damn it, it's gonna be that again. If we have anything to say about it, we will arrest these criminals one at a time if we have to. We'll work our way up the chain. But we're not just going to stand by and watch Tarkov go to hell. All right, good. our undercover made it to his meeting. He made it with time to spare. You know, better than being on time for these criminals is being a little bit early. Not too early. If you're too early, they get suspicious. They think maybe you're trying not to be a cop, but you get there a couple minutes before, and that's it. You're right where they expect you to be as a criminal in this city. Collected some good contraband here. We're just going to put that into evidence. Just log all of this into evidence, and we are good to go. All right. It's it's been a hard recovery period. Officer Sergei got shot with some serious rounds, but we're gonna recover, and I think we're ready. Made it through our department mandated psych eval, and we're ready to hit the streets. Get back in Tarkov and bring justice to the criminals. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Let's get geared up and hit the streets. We were able to identify one of the suspects. The other, we lost his identification, couldn't find any on him, but he broke the law. So that's all I really need to know about him. Get our police issued sidearm here. Get back out on the streets. Important to make sure you've got the right gear. As an officer out here in Tarkov, the way things go these days, you don't really have the luxury of backup. So you have to come prepared for anything. I once saw a guy eat another guy's face. It's horrible to say, but it happens all the time in Tarkov. It's kind of like over in the States in Florida. Very similar. And it's a shame. You shouldn't have to worry about walking down the street and having your face eaten just because the kid from the neighborhood decided to smoke a little meth. that's not a Tarkov I want to live in. It's not a Tarkov that I'm willing to live in. I used to have my gear issued by the department, and now I've got to go through other channels sometimes. It's not quite illegal. If it was, I wouldn't do it, and I'd bust these criminals. But it's also, it's not the way I want to get my gear. I just want to show up at the precinct, go down to equipment, and get my gear. Not have to buy it from people on the fringe of society. They're basically criminals. I know I said they weren't, but they are. They're basically criminals. It's a shame, real shame. We always want to make sure we have our bag to collect evidence. This is very important because evidence makes the case. Evidence is the difference between criminal going to jail and going home to keep being a criminal. That's not going to happen on my watch. Need some bandages. Got our splint. We'll also want some additional medical supplies. Elvira, she runs a clinic. She's she's a fringe member of society, but I have a lot of respect for her. At least she tries to do good with it. Unlike some of these other scum. She's trying to help people. And, can't fault her for that. We are out of our police issue stun grenades. That is a shame. But, we'll make do. We'll make do. Because that's, that's what you gotta do here in Tarkov. You gotta make do. If our citizens can go out there every day and work in the factory and not smoke meth or cook meth, well then I'll make do. Going to continue our ongoing investigation into the crime wave in the industrial district. A lot of people don't realize just how much crime goes on in the customs district. You have a lot of product moving through here, and sometimes that product is meth. And I'm here to put a stop to that. And that's all there is to it. A lot of people ask me, why is it so windy in Tarkov? And, I tell them, hey, I'm not a weatherman. How am I supposed to know? And then they call me an asshole. And, just because I'm a cop doesn't mean that, that I'm an asshole. But I'm being honest. I don't know how weather works. All I know about is justice. Justice and stopping meth dealers. Always got to make sure your weapon is ready to go. You know, you may think, hey, I just loaded it, but you know, sometimes you got to reload it a few times on your way to work. That way, you know it's good and loaded. Yep. See, you know this magazine looks full, but hey, I'll you know, I'll put another one in and eject the round that's in the chamber for some reason. Maybe it was a bad round. Do what you got to do. If you're going to survive on the mean streets of Tarkov, you just got to do what you got to do. All right. We're pulling up to the place here. We're going to get out and, you know, start our patrol. It's always dangerous when you first get in on patrol. You know, you follow a lot of routines. We try and change it up as much as we can, but, you know, we don't live here. The criminals do. And they notice patterns, you know, and they'll wait for you, ambush you as soon as you get out of your vehicle. And okay, we recognize the area we're in. It is not quite as industrial, but it's not a safe area. Yeah, you'd think being out in the wilderness a little bit, you might be safe. Oh, look at that! Immediately, what did I say? These criminals, they just, you know, first day back on the job after a officer involved shooting, and what do you know? They are already waiting for me. That's it's a damn shame. You know, we returned fire, but when you're ambushed like that, what can you do? What can you do? Looks like we were hit by a multitude of different rounds. That's a shame. You know, it used to mean something to be a cop in the city. It used to mean something. All right, well, you know, live and learn. I you know, you get used to the streets and you think you know what you're doing, but streets are always ready to humble you, ready to put you in your place and remind you, hey, you know, you might be a cop, but you're not Superman. You know, that's what it's like in Tarkov. It's just how it goes. All you can do is get back on the horse and get back out there, and you know, crime doesn't sleep. You know, and neither can you. You have to be ready. Looks like the department is currently running low on our standard issues. The Glock 19, 17, I don't know. They're all the same. So we're going to have to, you know, change it up a little bit. All right. Well, you know. All right. Well, let's see. We've got our M9. You know, that used to be standard issue in the military. It's a reliable weapon. You know, not my preferred. You know, I do prefer the Glock, but that's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. That's what we do. We make it work. Because we're Tarkov PD. You know, we may not have the best weapons in the world. Maybe not the best training or the best people. But damn it, we got heart. And you know, you can try and kick us when we're down, but at the end of the day, the only person you're hurting is yourself. Because that's you know, that's who we're here to serve, you, the public. That's all there is to it. We always want to make sure to ensure our gear. Some of the local people on the fringe, they you know, they keep an eye out for us. You know, if they see some of our equipment, you know, they'll bring it back to us. You never know. Just gonna finish gearing up here and get back out on the streets. All right, I am back, gearing up, getting ready to get back to the mean streets of Tarkov, and you know, we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best. Wouldn't it be great if I could put a foregrip on the pistol? All right. You know, I think I just need to get my laser designator, and I'm good to go. I'll be good to go. There we are. All right. You know, we're ready to take on the criminals of this city. Show them, you know, how we serve justice here in Tarkov. All right, we're gonna make a little change to our weapon here. This is a legal silencer. I am licensed for it, and as a law enforcement officer, I am entitled to use it here in Tarkov. You know, just another tool in our bag to help keep us safe. You know, we're gonna take everything we can get. Everything we can get. Let's see. Need my police issue safety glasses. They are tinted. And we need our hearing protection because nothing is more important than protecting your hearing. You know, you're around loud noises all day, and you don't realize the damage it can do to your hearing. All right, and you know, medical supplies. As a police officer, you know, you need to be prepared to render aid to yourself or others. You know, maybe you shot some guy, and you know, didn't quite kill him. Oops, definitely just punched my microphone. My bad. You know, maybe you didn't quite kill him, and you know, now that it's illegal to you know, double tap people who are already down in Tarkov, gotta be ready to, you know, render aid. It is what it is. Right. I think we are sufficiently equipped now to handle any emergencies that may come up, and let's go clean up the streets. Go clean up the streets. You know, as an officer of the law, I do not cover my face up. Some people will tell you that we should, but you know, I need to be identifiable. People can't always read a badge number. They need a face to put to the you know, to the justice. And you know, we keep things transparent here in Tarkov. We don't want our citizens feeling like the police are another criminal element in this city. You know, we want them to see our faces, our friendly faces, and know that they can confide in us if they see any criminal activity, and that well, we're here to help. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about: is helping people, helping the citizens of Tarkov. That's it. Just on our way now to the shoreline. I've already told you a little bit about it. My One of our undercover officers is infiltrating an illegal bear hunting ring there. A lot of meth involved as well. It, you know, unfortunately, that's just how it is here in Tarkov now. Meth is an ever-present plague on our people. But things have been heating up, and command wants to increase patrols. So looks like we're going to the beach. We're going to the beach and see if we can't, you know, find and stop some criminals, because that's all. That's what it's all about. You know, you hit them early in the morning like we are now, and sometimes you can catch them sleeping. And maybe there doesn't have to be violence. We try and keep shootings down here in Tarkov. You know, it's never a goal as a police officer to see anyone shot. You're you know, one of your duties is, besides upholding justice, which is the most important, is preserving life. And we can't always do that if our life is threatened, but damn it, we're gonna try. All right, we're pulling up to the area now. We're just going to do one final equipment check and get on our way. Start our patrol. See if we can't nab some bad guys. All right, here we go. Welcome to the shoreline. I know where we're at. We're near this place used to be an old weather station, and wouldn't you know it, it's been abandoned for years. It's now primarily a meth lab, like many places here in Tarkov. It's primarily used for the production of meth. We're just gonna check it out and see if there's any criminal activity going on. See if we can make a few arrests. Tarkov PD, I have a warrant. You always want to tell them you have a warrant, even if you don't. They never ask to check. And as an officer of the law, I have no obligation to not lie. Perfectly within my rights. This is usually where they store the meth. Looks like no meth currently. You'd be surprised though. I've seen meth inside of computers. That's evidence. That's evidence. Going to put that one in the evidence locker. It's an important part of our investigation here. Filing cabinets. Never found a file in them. Meth, plenty. But files, never. Literally never found any files in these filing cabinets. Just full of meth. You get these guys all cranked out on meth, and it can be pretty scary. They don't want to go down. You shoot them, and they got that meth pumping in their veins, and they just won't go down. This is important evidence. Got criminals outside. Tarkov PD. I'm always sure to identify myself as an officer. quite frankly, it doesn't tend to mean much to these people. You know, I heard someone running by, and quite frankly, in Tarkov, we have a saying: "You're running. If you're running, it's probably for a good reason. That reason is probably a bad reason." I'm not hearing that guy out there anymore, so we're just gonna continue our investigation for the moment, and we'll play it by ear. You know, people ask why we're so loud when we search through things. We don't have time to be quiet. You know, justice, crime never sleeps, so neither can justice. You know, gotta execute our warrant and move on quick. Hopefully, this gentleman is not methed up, waiting outside to ambush us. Unfortunately, that is one of the realities of being an officer of the law here in Tarkov. Illegal weapons parts is actually illegal to own most firearms here in Tarkov. So you know, pretty immediately, if you see a citizen with a firearm, you know that they are committing a crime and there to shoot. You know, we always hope it doesn't come to that, but the unfortunate reality is these days most of the citizens are well, they're on meth. And when you mix meth with firearms, you know, it's not a good deal. Sometimes it's it's good to get a little perspective, get the lay of the land. You'll notice we have not seen a single Tarkov brown bear. You know, I've already talked about our undercover operation to stop illegal poaching, but you know, when you got people crazy enough to punch bears to death, well, sometimes you can't do much about it, and that's just the sad truth. Ultimately, you just you hope you can get enough criminals off the streets to save the bear population. You know, I'm no bear scientist, but pretty sure getting punched to death is it's not good for them. It's just not good. You know, you'd think a bear would be able to defend itself, but you know, there's a reason that the Tarkov brown bear is an endangered species. You know, they unlike other bears, they don't have claws. Rarely do they have teeth because of the meth. They are addicted to meth. You know, and you'd think a methed up bear would be pretty hard to kill. You'd think wrong. Meth weakens and enlarges their hearts, and they're just ripe for the punching. This place used to be an electrical plant back when Tarkov had electricity, but the only thing it produces now is meth. Produces meth. You'll notice I have equipped a face covering. I talked about avoiding that as an officer of the law here in Tarkov, but sometimes it's for the protection of our undercover officers. You may have been seen palling around with me, and I don't want to be the one who blows his cover. You can hear a lot of gang activity in the distance. It's a shame you hear a automatic weapon like that, and you just know the local gangs are involved. As an officer of the law, you hope you don't have to face an automatic weapon, because our standard issue sidearm is sometimes it's no match. But until you get a position on the special weapons unit, that's what you got. You just gotta make do. Just gotta make do. Not seeing too much illegal contraband here. Pretty surprising, given the size of the meth operation that was running out of here just a couple weeks ago. But yep, tubing. It's one of the main ingredients needed for cooking meth here in Tarkov. And so we'll just confiscate that. Hopefully it'll hopefully that'll deter someone from making meth. They know the cops have been here, took their tubing. And yeah. All right. I think we may not have made any arrests, but hopefully our presence here and taking some of their supplies will be a deterrent to criminals. I have yet to hear the sound of any Tarkov brown bears being punched to death. That's a good sign. It's always a good day. That is a very dangerous item. People leave their grenades around, and they don't realize a child could come across that. Kids think grenades aren't dangerous. They think they're cool. They want to juggle them. They think it's a toy, and people think kids aren't strong enough to pull the pin out of a grenade. Well, let me tell you, I've seen it. And it was not a pretty sight. All right, so we've got a Got a gas station up here. Well, used to be a gas station. Or was it a bus station? Well, doesn't matter, because all I know is they cook meth out of it now. Yep, bus station. Full of meth. Yeah, you'd think, when you think meth labs, you think like underground basements or RVs out in the desert. Nope. Bus station, perfectly good place to set up shop and cook some meth. We always close doors behind us here in Tarkov because, you know, sometimes you want to make sure there's a barrier between you and the meth head. That was a relatively nearby explosion. We will have to keep an ear out and make sure that wasn't a meth lab. A lot of people don't realize how unstable it is when you try and cook meth, and it really is. Next thing you know, 1 second you're just cooking meth with the boys, and then the next you're you're blowing up. Is it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, that's a that's a definite meth lab explosion. It's a shame, these young kids, they failed chemistry, but they they think they can cook meth. They watch Breaking Bad and they think Jesse Pinkman can do it, so can they. They miss the whole point of the whole show, which is meth is bad. I get rid of this. This evidence is way more important. You wouldn't think an electric drill would be very important evidence, but I can assure you it is covered in meth. I can actually smell the meth residue on it. We got out here nice and early. I feel like we haven't seen a whole lot of criminal activity, and sometimes that's okay. Sometimes all you can do is collect evidence, build the case, and come back to make the arrest at a later date. There's nothing wrong with that. We are heading towards a high traffic drug user area, drug production as well. Used to be a couple of private residences in a compound, and now, believe it or not, it is a popular meth lab. And, if you followed when my undercover associate was investigating, he did check out these houses, but even meth heads, meth cooks, they take a day off sometimes, and so sometimes you gotta come back to catch them in the act. Maybe we can, catch them sleeping and gather up some evidence. Maybe make a few arrests. We'll see what happens. This problem with meth heads is, you get up early. Sometimes you think they're asleep, but they're on meth. They never went to sleep. So you'll walk into a situation where they're already up and waiting for you. Just have to be cautious and take your time. We do have some meth making equipment here that we've seized. Here's this house has been broken into, probably by a meth head. We're gonna check it out. I know what you're thinking. Oat flakes, perfectly innocent. A lot of times laced with meth. You know, you shouldn't have to worry about your kids pouring a bowl of cereal and it being meth, but that's just the reality of the Tarkov we live in these days, ladies and gentlemen. It's a sad reality. Yeah, you can almost imagine the family that used to live here, you know, come to the shoreline on vacation. Now they're probably meth heads. We need to be very cautious. Some of the stuff has been rifled through, and I see some blood spatter. Very possible that we have a criminal in these in this residence, and so we're just going to proceed with caution. We'll identify ourselves as a police officer. Tarkov PD, come out with your hands up. Tarkov PD. You know, you want to make sure you clear every room as you go. Tarkov PD, let me see some hands. I am gonna check out the safe. You know, these people are sick. You know, you think horse statue, nothing wrong about that, but that horse is made entirely of meth. Yeah. That is a meth horse, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I wish I didn't have to say that, but that's how it is here in Tarkov these days. Looks like this house is clear. Whatever criminal element was here before appears to have vacated the premises. We're just going to search for some illegal firearms and, of course, meth. And, you know, see what happens. I think it's about lunchtime. We're going to have a little snack. Got to keep our energy up, you know. Can't fight crime on an empty stomach. Looks like no illegal firearms to be had at this location. Plenty of meth, but you know, hopefully with all the evidence we've gathered, we can get an arrest warrant for the house owner, and they can explain why they got so much meth. Why they have a horse made of meth in their house, you know. It's always fun to hear that explanation. This neighborhood we're coming up to, you know, looks like a sleepy little neighborhood, but looks can be deceiving, let me tell you. A lot of gang activity around here, you know. Used to be a nice place to raise a family. Now it's all about the meth. You know, a lot of our poachers out here punching bears. This is their neighborhood, so we gotta proceed with caution. Try and keep our wits about us, because when you do enough meth that you can punch a bear to death, you tend to shrug off shots from a firearm, you know, especially a sidearm. We're getting to the end of our shift now, and we're gonna see a criminal. Tarkov PD. We're hit. We're gonna try and get out of here. Not exactly looking to get shot again. Not when we have such good evidence. Sometimes, you can't win the battle if you want to win the war. The war on crime and meth in Tarkov. Here's a perfect example. That man was absolutely on meth. I shot him over 7 times, which is, that's quite a lot of hits to absorb. And he just wouldn't go down. Kept shooting. That's just not normal. That's that's the kind of thing we're trying to stop here in Tarkov. But it was a good day. We collected a lot of evidence, and no one had to die. So, hey, I'll call that a win. I'll call that a successful shift in my book. All right. All right. I don't actually have any citizens on this ride along. Looks like it's just a bot. That's all right. We'll keep patrolling. And we'll see what happens. Looks like we got an insurance return from one of our undercover operations, and other than missing our firearm, it looks like we got a fair bit of our equipment back. That's it's always a pleasant surprise because, quite frankly, when you're dealing with meth heads, they'll steal and sell just about anything. You hate to talk like that, but that's the truth. My standard issue pistol looks like it was taken, but we have the ballistics on file, and if it's used in the commission of a crime, that'll reflect in the charges that the criminal faces. We do have some important evidence we need to turn in, turn this evidence in. We're helping the Tarkov DA build a significant case to slow down these meth labs. We have reports, it looks like, about one of our CIs has told us that we have Well, looks like a case of meth, possibly some criminal activity from a medical worker, and that just won't fly. So we're going to see about checking that out. See if we can maybe find that case of meth, gather up some evidence, and make a case. Because quite frankly, not in my Tarkov, not in my city. Just not happening. All right. Almost done turning evidence in here. And we will be on our merry way and check out the tip we got. See if we can, you know, there's criminals, and then there's criminals who use their position of power to, well, frankly, to commit crime. And we can't have that. Medical workers are supposed to be people you can trust, people who, take care of the citizens of Tarkov. And, you know, they're not going to sell meth on my watch. They're just not. Well, it is. It has been fun streaming and talking to myself, and playing Tarkov PD. But I think that is it's gonna have to do it for me. If anyone is watching this not live, after the fact, then thank you for sticking with it and watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And one of these days, maybe I'll catch someone watching me live, and have a grand old time and talk about life, Tarkov, and all the meth labs, all the meth labs in Tarkov. Anywho, thanks again.